Hello, friends. Welcome. It's David Sky, and I'm putting this on my YouTube channel. I only have 15 viewers, and I know not many people are going to see it. So, one thing, I'm just going to read my short story here, which is 4th of July is important to me because it's my grandmother's birthday when she was alive. She's my angel. It's a long story with all that. Not so much because of the normal patriot. I'm not a patriot, but so trigger warning. Yes, this is not for people with strong patriotic feelings, unless you just enjoy, hating hippies or something. I don't know. But it's, it's important to me. I know a lot of people don't like to read. It's a bit of a challenge for me to read it. Now, I'm not speaking very loud. This is kind of my normal voice, and I think I've solved the audio problem for my tarot channel. And I would never do something like this on my tarot channel anyway. It's not for the purpose of that kind of expression. I do have an extensive blog and other outlets. But if anyone's listening, please let me know about the volume. Like if I listen on my phone, the volume's always great. The computers, it's pretty good, but I'm beginning to understand there's many different devices and that kind of thing. So I want to make sure that I have, before I get my channel back up and running, I'm looking at the 10th to the 13th, right in that window. I want to have the volume work. I'm going to keep it very simple and just read, and I'm not going to worry too much about any of the technical crap other than the volume needs to be really there. I want people to be able to hear me. That's important. So this little short story expresses my feelings about 4th of July, which are considerable. My run counter, Sun trine Uranus, powerful position in my chart, which tends to poke the Saturn things of the status quo in the eye. And I have a whole series of stories about America. This is just one of them. In most of them, she's stoned. I have a whole series called Entheogenic Literature, which is about different, just imaginative short stories involving people tripping on mushrooms in the forest or something. But so I kind of have, she's kind of this character in my head that I have, which is a metaphorical character. And this is titled America Trips on the 4th of July. America starts to feel the tab of acid she put under her tongue kick in, hoping for a revelation, at least a few moments of surrender maybe. In her mind now, it's crawling with bizarre and insane thoughts of mundane and profound nature. She feels the breath of doom. I didn't time that. Brushed the back of her neck. It tickles a little, Feels like the breath of a lover, and she presses her hand there on her neck longingly, smiling. There's a sound to the feeling of it, a playful sound, playful like the breath of a lover on the back of your neck. Tingling sound, maybe, a little bit like finger bells. I've come unhinged, she thinks, throwing back her head and laughing now. Just breathe, she advises herself wisely, just breathe. I feel like I'm not functioning at a very high level these days. Her mind is racing. She continues thinking out loud now, speaking to no one at all, but in a high-pitched voice that rises a little hysterically at the end. America laughing at the understatement of it all, laughing a little too hard and a little too long. And now America can't stop laughing, but really, she thinks, if you just think about it, it's pretty funny, right? Sometimes you have to laugh, she reassures herself, sighing heavily. She thinks a little wildly then, oh wow, feels like I just need to sit down and relax for a while. Maybe out in the mountains along a stream or something, or maybe on the ocean, or on the shore, along the beach somewhere, where the waves are washing up rhythmically, somewhere that is peaceful and quiet. Yes, that's got to be the ticket right there. But the fantastic carnival pace of the free market capitalism and its attending political theater of the absurd demand virtually the opposite from America. Oh, it demands war. Actually, lots and lots of war, continuous, unending war. America had gone for her whole life only a handful of years without direct war, and even in those brief times of respite, she had felt the breath of it bearing down upon her, and she realized now that the breath that she felt was not the tingling of bells. It was the breath of war, the daunting wars. And she feels the full and ponderous momentum of the war, not a drumbeat now, but a mind-numbing thumping as if an elephant the size of a continent were stomping the ground right next to where she is standing. And after hundreds of years of war, America feels so achingly sick of war that she can barely bring herself to get out of bed in the morning. Oh, and the noise, the worst of it all, America looking all around desperately now, not hearing that feeling of doom as a lover's playful breath on the back of her neck, and not hearing that feeling as the light tinkling of finger bells, but rather now as a thunderous cacophony of millions of people telling so many lies, and all at once speaking so loudly and so goddamn fast that the sound of it seems to travel right through the bones in a painful vibration, following her anywhere she might choose to go. I'll go mad, she wonders. Oh, wait. I've already gone mad. Shit, that should be obvious to anyone playing along. Throwing her head back now and laughing out loud, laughing insanely, tears streaming down her face. And that's what anyone would see. Just another totally deranged woman wandering aimlessly alone through New York City, laughing her insane tears. There are tears streaming down her insane face. There's nothing to see here, people. Nothing to see. Move along now. Just move along. America's eyes glow as if interlit, beaming crazily like the headlights of cars on the crowded city street at dusk. She had eaten at least 1,000 mics of some really nice clean acid, maybe an hour ago in America. Oh, she is peeking out now. She feels fully how lost she has been, caught up in the pace of it all, and how impossible it is to pull herself out of the narrow, noisy, metallic stream that seems to rush her along with its ridiculously, preposterously increasing pace. She sits down on an empty bench, watching the throngs jitterbug past her in a kaleidoscope of whirling, streaming colors, all running together in fantastical, frenzied motion. America realizes that she had been running so hard and so long, only to stay in the same place. And yes, she thinks about the Red Queen. Suddenly, America, eyes beatifically closed, feels that she is merely a dove cooing softly high up in the branches of a tree under the friendly auspices of a warm afternoon sun. And she puts her head back this time, not laughing, but just smiling. I am a dove, yes, just sitting peacefully here in the warm afternoon sun, actually feeling the sun warm on her upturned face and neck as the nearest street light clicked on in the last faint glow of dusk. Ah, but the peace and stillness she craves seems such a tenuous dream, so hard to hold on to, but she tries, keeping her eyes tight, insisting that the thing I am is a dove, just a lone dove, quiet and soft and real. But America can't shake that underlying feeling that is more like a racehorse pumped up on amphetamines and steroids, eyes lulling around in its head, nostrils flaring, heart pounding like a freight train in its chest, running faster and faster over these many decades, until in the midst of an unholy cacophonous outrage of lies and commerce and slaughter, America finds herself now running flat out as hard as she possibly can, simply to stay in the same goddamn place. Oh, I must embrace this gaudy merry-go-round if I want to really milk this trip for all it's worth, America insists to herself with a sudden blinding crash of clarity. The wars, they're so very far away, aren't they? In the needless, hopeless suffering of the masses, that will wait, won't it? I mean, where are they to go? Their wretchedness stretching now from sea to shining sea. Right now, These colors are so bright and they're so clear and they're so beautiful. And the walls are breathing in concert with me in this lovely syncopated harmony. And please, dear God Almighty, please, just for a moment in time, please let me forget about the abuses of men. I love America, goddammit. I love Walt Whitman's America. I don't love this soul as a ghoul.